Rocky the Dog Show. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and follow me on Rumble. My name is Joe Vinny. I'm going to get into the Tom Aspinall, John Jones back and forth banter. I know Tom Aspinall wants to prove that he's the best and fight John Jones, but let me explain this. Fighting is a very, very rough, especially MMA, deal on your body. It's a rough business. It takes its toll. John Jones has had 2 decades of defending his belt, being the champion, no losses. He's had a technicality loss, the stoppage, but he hasn't been beat. And he said, listen, this fight with Steve has been signed well over a year ago, before Tom even started his, rant and rave to fight John Jones. And, to be fair, John Jones, how many times does he have to prove that he's the champ? How many times does he have to prove that he could beat everybody? He did say that he was going to retire after the Steve Bay fight. And now could Tom Aspinall, he's just a cool, calm, collective, kind of funny guy, very respectful. I know he's stepping it up a notch to try to really engage John into another fight after the Steve Bay fight. But that's going to be, if the Steve Bay fight takes place, and it's going to take place after that, he's going to be 8 months to a year before we see Aspinall and Jones. So that means that's a whole nother year of wear and tear on John Jones's body, sparring, training, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai punching, getting hit in the head. This guy has got millions and millions and millions of dollars. I heard he lives in New Mexico. He might be, he's had enough. And I think Aspinall needs to recognize when he gets to that point, if he ever does get to that point where he fights for 2 decades, we'll find out and see. That's a long time to fight. Maybe he's going to say, hey, I'm going to retire, and then there's some new guy on the block that comes in and calls out Tom Aspinall and wants to get him into one more fight. John Jones is an older guy for MMA. He's wind-weathered. He's proven over and over he's the baddest man on the planet. 2 guys go in a room, and one of them walks out, and it's going to be John Jones. And that's a fact. And he's conquered the belts. He's moved up to heavyweight. But could Tom talk him into another fight? I don't know. That depends on John Jones. That depends on how John Jones feels. How would you feel after fighting for 2 decades and wanting to retire and having, hundreds of millions of dollars? And you've done everything. You've proven everything. How many times do you need to prove it? Do you take a chance and get hurt? Because that's always a chance. Some of these people can die in fighting. It's happened before, or you take too many punches to the head, and then you now have head trauma for when you get 5-8 years older. John Jones has got a short-term memory problem, or a long-term memory problem, or worse. And maybe that won't happen, but if I was John Jones, I'd retire. I would have enough. I'd fight Steve Bay. Depending on if he beats Steve Bay, hopefully he does beat Steve Bay, he secures his legacy. And then if he decides he wants to fight Tom Aspinall, Aspinall has no say in this whatsoever. There's been no contract, no negotiating, no serious sit down at any table between both fighters to sincerely make a deal for a contract. There was nothing. So everything is in John Jones's favor to retire. That's what I say. I doubt we're going to see them fight. That's my view on Tom Aspinall and John Jones. Remember, like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you and bye.